Okay, we are live. We are live. I want to thank everyone that has seen this presentation, that is basically just joined this presentation today, whether you are on live or whether you are discovering this on the YouTube world. Your friend might have sent this presentation to you, or you might have just randomly come across it. But there's no accident that you're coming across this information to you today. This has been sent to you because someone really and truly cares about you a lot to share this information with you. I've got some background. Oh, wait, that was Vern. I did hear something. Okay, I've just muted you again, which is great. All right. So your friend really, really cares about you and wants you to see some information, which is pretty much the biggest subject of the world today. It is on the news. It is all over the place on social media. Your family may be talking about it. Your friends may be talking about it. And the subject that is being spoken of is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So before I go into this, I basically just want to explain a little bit about myself. Now, my name's Samuel Benter. I discovered cryptocurrency last year, 2017. And I saw a video on my friend's Facebook post, and it was titled, "Why Aren't We Investing?" And she was talking about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and I knew I had a little bit of money to invest. Now, I had no idea what Bitcoin was. I was just hungry to get started. And I went to a cryptocurrency event in London and saw that it was the way forward. Like, it was the future of the financial system. Now, 1% of the population only truly know what's going on, and 99% of the population just have mixed opinions. They're seeing stuff, they're seeing posts, but they have no idea, no education on it whatsoever. And with this wealth club and opportunity that I'm going to show you, you're going to see how much power there is in this thing called Bitcoin, how much can be earned and fast if we choose to apply ourselves. So basically, what I've done with this presentation is I've split it into two. I've broken it into a section where I'm giving you a little bit of education on it, and then I'm going into the presentation of the opportunity and how you can find out how you can benefit right here, right now. So first and foremost, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a digital currency. It's also known as cryptocurrency, and it allows people to exchange that currency among ourselves. Its most important characteristic is that it's decentralized, and no single institution controls the Bitcoin network. It is maintained by a group of volunteer coders and run by an open network of dedicated computers spread around the world. Now, this attracts individuals and groups that are uncomfortable with the control that bank or government institutions have over their money. To cut a long story short, it is the new platform of trust. What do I mean by that? Well, right now, you believe in the pound, you believe in the dollar, you believe in the euro, you believe in the yen. And what are those? They are basically currencies. And cryptocurrency is a new form of currency, and it is built on a new technology called the blockchain. So if you look at the chart, what is all this hype about? Well, there is a limited supply of Bitcoin, 21 million. And if you look at the chart that I am showing you, the trend is consistently going up. Yes, markets fluctuate daily, just like the pound. But if you look at the trend, it is consistently going up. And why is it going up? It's because the demand is growing and the supply remains the same, which means the value is increasing. It is increasing. People right now are seeing Bitcoin all over the news, all over social media. People are talking about it, but they don't know how to get in. They want to get in. They want to basically get on this new, well, actually, no, it's not new. It's been around for 10 years, but right now it's more in your face now than it ever has been. And people just want to find a way in. And this isn't just coming from me. This is coming from the billionaires of the world. Like Richard Branson, he's saying there's a whole industry around Bitcoin. You've got this guy in the middle basically saying one Bitcoin will be worth 100K in 3 to 4 years. Bill Gates is basically saying Bitcoin is unstoppable. So the question we have to ask is, what is the current value of Bitcoin? Well, I'm about to share with you the Bitcoin calculator on my screen, if you just bear with me 1 second, and you're going to see the value of 1 Bitcoin. So right now you can see my screen, and 1 Bitcoin right now in US dollars is worth $10,643. That is the worth of 1 Bitcoin. Now, if I was to show you in pounds, that would be 7,728 pounds. So let's just put that back onto dollars. That's a lot for 1 coin. And once upon a time, 1 Bitcoin was worth a few cents. Now, I'm going to be showing you that in a few seconds as I go through all of these slides. Let me just quickly go back. Now, literally 2 days ago, I had to take a screenshot of BBC News because they was talking about blockchain technology, which is what cryptocurrency is built on. And it is basically saying here that the software is being used in this financial industry along with other sectors, including energy. Now, you know this is serious when other sectors are starting to use the same technology that cryptocurrency is built upon. So that is basically showing you the hype of not just Bitcoin, it's the technology itself. Blockchain is basically a new form of internet. That is basically what we are dealing with here. This is what the hype is about, guys. We can talk about Bitcoin. There are other types of coins and stuff, but the king of cryptocurrency is Bitcoin because that is basically what started it off. Now, I want to get real with you. It's time to start building your home economy. If your home economy is not growing, there's no one to blame but you. But new ideas can pay your rent. It can pay your mortgage this week. New ideas. This isn't about the economy's bad or people are marching for job increases by a small percent. This is not what it's about. We are in a new world now. We are in a new world. Just like you are hype on your social media, people are starting to get hype with this cryptocurrency right now. And basically what I am presenting to you is a wealth club called MLS, which is Massive Leverage System. Okay, it was founded by a guy called Darry Perkinson, who's from Bronx, New York, and he's a master trader. He was in the military for 20 years. He's also a computer engineer. And what he wanted to do was create a safe system for members to accumulate Bitcoin for free, whilst growing your financial knowledge to elevate you and your family to a better lifestyle. He likes to call it Bitcoin rich and Wall Street wealthy. Okay, now why join Massive Leverage System? It basically teaches you how to leverage small amounts of money. There's a powerful system called the MLS Bitcoin Club, which I'm basically going to be showing you today. It basically shows you how you can earn your Bitcoin for free. And what you're getting basically is financial knowledge. That is the key. It shows you your money working strategies in trading, stock options, FX, crypto 101, basically. And MLS, it's dedicated to wealth principles that will help you become financially free, wealthy in the short-term future. And you're not selling anything. I'm basically being straight up with you here. And what I love about this is the fact that this company basically teaches you how to set up Bitcoin wallets for your children. Did you know that your children can be in school, in college, in university right now and be millionaires? That is the world we are living in right now. And there are people as young as 14 years old that is using this system that I'm about to show you right now, that is basically earning silly money and being in the 9th grade, the 10th grade of school. So how do you explain Bitcoin to your children if you don't have the education to pass down to them? And this is what the club basically offers. So what we are dealing with here is the MLS Bitcoin system, which is basically an instant payment system, which is totally automated. And what I love about this is you are in the right place at the right time. Okay. Now, being straight up with you on the internet, there are predatory companies out there that want to steal people's Bitcoin. I know I've had it stolen from me. The founder had it stolen from him. And this is why he has created this system. Okay. So basically, people want to know, how does Bitcoin relate to cash? You know, where is the money in this? How does this whole thing work? Well, if you look at this next slide, we have Bitcoin ATMs now, okay? And what you can do is you can also transfer your Bitcoin from a digital wallet and transfer it to a card such as BitPay or Wirex. And these cards can allow you to go to a ATM and draw out cash. Now, the BitPay card at this current date isn't distributed in the UK. However, it is usable in the States and other places. Wirex can be used in the UK and other places as well. Now, the beauty about these cards is these cards will allow you to draw out a maximum of $3,000 daily from the ATM. Okay. Now, here's the thing, guys. There's no bank controlling your money here. There's no one holding your money. Your Bitcoin goes to your digital wallet. It gets transferred to your card. You draw it out of an ATM. There is no situation where you're having to ask the bank for an increase or none of that. No, you are not dealing with a bank here. This is what the hype is all about. There is no middleman here. People can actually draw out money from the ATM with these cards. So let's talk a little bit more about the history of this Bitcoin thing. So let's compare one Bitcoin versus pounds and dollars. See, in 2012, one Bitcoin, it would have allowed you to buy some groceries for your shopping cart. In 2013, one Bitcoin would have allowed you to fill up that shopping cart. In 2014, one Bitcoin would have allowed you to buy groceries for a good 2 weeks. Now, in 2017, in December, Bitcoin, I think it nearly hit $20,000. One Bitcoin was worth about $20,000. Okay. Now, that would have been enough to pay for college fees, university fees, etc. But this information is not just coming from me. You can look this up online. It's estimated that in 2020, one Bitcoin can buy you a luxury car like a Lamborghini and maybe even your own house. One Bitcoin, guys. One. Okay? So if you look at this, you know that I showed you before, the trend is consistently going up. It is consistently going up here. So if you was to have a Bitcoin now, magic can happen for years, and you basically have wealth building up for you and your family for years to come. Your children as well. That's right, your children. So how do we get started in Bitcoin and earn profits the easy way? How does it happen? Well, I'm going to be showing you a system which I personally call the Bitcoin monopoly. And it is a simple 2x2 follow me matrix, which is bring to, help to, get to. So you are seeing this presentation today because someone has seen this information. They are a member of MLS and they want to share with you this information because they really care about you and want you to benefit as well. Okay. So what you are seeing right here today is information and a system that is going to show you how you can accumulate Bitcoin for free through the power of leverage. Leverage. This is what the L in MLS stands for. It's the leverage. See, most people will look at one Bitcoin. If I go back to this page right here, most people are looking at this and saying, oh my gosh, one Bitcoin, $10,000, I can't afford it. And then they switch off. But what if I told you and showed you a way where you can accumulate your Bitcoin for free off of the leverage of people just by letting them see the information for themselves? It is possible, and I am going to show that to you today. So let me just quickly share my screen again. Okay, so Bring to, help to, get to. This is the system that we are dealing with. So if I quickly go to this slide here, I'm going to be showing you pillars to your financial freedom. These are the pillars. Now, there are 10 levels, okay? You have a starter level, a level 1, 2, 3, leading all the way up to level 9, okay? Now, the more you get to each level here, the more you're going to learn that's going to prepare you to get to the next level. Now, don't be confused by these numbers. The numbers in white is the Bitcoin that is paid to get on a level. The numbers in black is the Bitcoin that is earned on that level. Now, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it basically said that if you had $10,000 today, what should you do with it? You should invest it in financial education. See, the thing is, guys, everyone has a budget, and based on that budget, you're either failing or winning. So the question is, what are we doing with our money? See, it's not just about cash flow you're growing on these levels. It's building a strong foundation to wealth. So what you are looking at here is 10 different streams of income where you are earning in Bitcoin. So remember I said this was the Bitcoin monopoly? Well, let's look at this. I want you to imagine each pillar as a house. And as you can see, there are different levels in terms of payment of Bitcoin that you receive on each of these levels or houses. So let's look at a starter pillar or a starter level house. Now, I want you to imagine you have basically got a starter level house, okay? And the starter fee, the mortgage for that house was roughly, let's say, $200, let's say, for example, okay? And $200 is basically what you would pay for a mortgage for this house, okay? Now, you have an A floor and you have a B floor. And let's say you have 2 tenants in your A floor that don't pay you any rent. But the requirement for them to not pay any rent in your house, they basically have to find 2 people each that is going to pay the rent on their behalf. So what does that mean? It basically means if you have bought this house and you have a friend called Jack who has brought, let's say you got Jack and Jill, and Jack basically had a friend called Vern, okay? So what would happen? Let's say this top person here is called Davina, okay? Davina has a friend called Jack, and Jack has a friend called Vern. Vern would pay a rent in Bitcoin worth $200, and that would go directly to Davina. Another person that Jack finds who basically becomes a member of MLS will then pay a rent of $200 that goes to Davina. And this is in Bitcoin, guys. Jill says, well, hold on a second. I've also got 2 friends who are paying rent. So Jill finds Sarah, who's going to pay rent in Bitcoin that goes directly to Davina. Now, what I love about this is this next rent that Jill has from another person, that does not go to Davina. That basically allows Davina to buy a brand new house on a starter level that allows her to do this whole process again in Bitcoin on a starter level. So what does that mean? It basically means Davina can do this whole process again as much times as she wants because all the rooms have been filled in the house. And when rooms have been filled in a house, that is classed as one cycle. So that is classed as one cycle. Now you see down here, it says 0.048. You see these 3 rents that Davina has accumulated through Jack and one of the rents through Jill. Now, she's smart. She knows that she wants to reinvest this Bitcoin. And why is she going to reinvest it? Well, let's have a look at this. If you look at this, there are other levels here. Now, we saw a starter level house, but there's a level 1 house. So now let's look at a level 1 house. So those 3 rents that you saw before, Davina is going to reinvest that Bitcoin to upgrade or buy a level 1 house. Now think about this. What comes with a bigger house? Bigger rents. And that allows Davina to do this whole process again, but this time she's getting paid more in Bitcoin. Same process, 2 people not paying any rents, but the rent is now bigger. So let's, depending on the exchange rate of Bitcoin at the time, let's say rent to pay on this level is roughly $440. So $440 will go to Davina. $440 will go to Davina. $440 will go to Davina. You can do the math on this, guys. And this is in Bitcoin. And it's the same process. This last rent doesn't go to Davina. That will basically allow her to buy a brand new level 1 house. We're doing this whole process again. And she's going to accumulate the Bitcoin on this level and upgrade to a level 2 house. What does that mean? I'm now showing you a level 2 house. Same process, 2 people not paying any rents, and the 3 rents accumulated, upgrade to a level 3 house, etc., 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 as you climb the pillars to your financial freedom. Now, hold on a second. Let's really think about this. What if you look, there are 10 levels here, right? Starter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's 10 in total. Now, think about it this way. If you have a level 2 house and you're getting these rents, remember that level 1 house? You're still getting these rents. Remember that starter house? You're still getting these rents over and over and over again, because you are cycling on these different levels in Bitcoin through the leverage of people that are joining your business. And all they did was see some information and decide to become a member of this fantastic wealth club. Okay, so I want to show you what 74.52 Bitcoin is worth today. Now, if you have a look at this, one cycle of all of these levels is worth 74.52 Bitcoin. So let's go back to my Bitcoin calculator, and I am going to show you what is 74.52 Bitcoin worth. $793,000. Now let's think about this. Let's really think about this now. I really want you to take a look. I really want you to take a look at this figure. This figure, really think about this. I want you to think of your financial situation right now, okay? If you keep doing what you're doing right now, in the next 3 years, what's the possibility of you reaching a figure like this? And if we look at this in pounds, that's over £500,000. If you keep doing what you're doing today for the next 3 years, what is the possibility of you earning such a figure? I have just showed you a system where it is possible for you to earn this much within a year and even less than a year. It's possible. Why is it possible? Because it's the leverage of people. Why is it possible? Because Bitcoin is the #1 subject being talked about in the world today, and people want to find a safe, secure investment, a way to get in right now where they can earn financial freedom. You are looking at the perfect system today where that is possible. So let's go back to the presentation. Now, there is a starter level, but there's also a fast start strategy, okay? Now, what is a fast start strategy? A fast start strategy is a starter level and a level 1 house simultaneously. So you start on both levels, you're earning in both houses simultaneously, which will allow you to invest and upgrade into a level 2 pillar, a level 2 house a lot more quicker. So I will go through all that stuff a bit later. Now, let's talk about the numbers. Now, we already spoke about the projection of Bitcoin in 2020, okay? It can happen, it may not happen, but hey, it's a projection. Okay, so if one Bitcoin if let's say one Bitcoin was $17,000, that's probably about £12,000. Okay, I want you to take a look at the numbers here. So if you look at the left, you have the starter level leading all the way up to level 9. This is no different than what you have just seen. Starter to level 9. Let's go back to this, okay? Then it shows you the cost in Bitcoin to get to those levels. Yes, there's an admin fee. So it will show you the total seed investment of Bitcoin to join that level. In dollars, depending on the exchange rate, these can change. And I will say this, these are income examples, okay? These are just estimates. These are just estimates. This is not concrete, okay? So here it shows you in dollars what that Bitcoin is worth to join that level. It shows you here the payout of what you will get in Bitcoin on those levels. Over here, it shows you the Bitcoin seed that you receive on those levels. Over here, it shows you the profit that you get on these levels. This basically means what you can pocket. There's reinvestment for the level, and it's what you pocket on those levels. And over here, it basically shows you the 3 rents that you get. Remember that? The 3 rents from those that remember the A floor, okay? Remember the A floor over here with the B floor, the Bitcoin floor. Those are the 3 rents that I'm talking about. If I go back to here, this is what we are talking about on the right-hand side. Now, if I've highlighted level 4 here, because if you look at the seed profit here, that's $8,406, okay? Now, the average person, that would be life-changing money. Life-changing money. That would pay a person's rent, and they've got a lot of money to do whatever they want to do. But that you're smart. That is 1.5 Bitcoin, guys. 1.5 Bitcoin. I have basically showed you that 1 Bitcoin was worth a few groceries in 2012. 1 Bitcoin right now, at the date of this video, is worth about $10,500, which is about £7,500. It is going up in value, guys. This is no joke. This is possible. There are people as young as 14 years old in this system right now, okay? There is a 19-year-old that's on a level 4 right now. It is possible. And I basically just want to say that it is time to start building your home economy. If your home economy is not growing, there's no one to blame but you. I have just showed you a system where it is possible for you to possibly earn literally 74.52 Bitcoin as quickly and as fast as you want to do it. Now, you might be thinking, how am I going to do this? Can I do this? Yes, you can. Do you want to know why you can? Because all you have to do is be a master inviter to get people to see a presentation. And when those people see this presentation, they're going to want to become members of MLS as well. What is MLS? It is not just a Bitcoin club, okay? It's not, because what you're getting access to, what you are getting access to is financial education, okay? Literally, financial education. This is what you are dealing with here. Your current results right now is a result of your financial education. So would it be wise to invest in financial education so you can change your financial results and potentially earn a figure like this? It is possible. I'm not making this figure up. This is Bitcoin calculator on Google right here, right now. This is the price right now. And it is possible. It is possible, okay? Now, I want to quickly just go over a quick story. I want you to really make a decision and choose to be the hero of your family. This is me and my daughter right now, okay? And I remember a story where my daughter, I took her to a bike shop called Halford's. And I remember when I had her when she was 4 years old, she said she wanted to buy a pink bike. It was a pink Disney bike. And I remember looking at her and saying, honey, I can't buy this bike. I can't afford it. And at that split second, I remembered years ago when I was young and my dad said to me, son, I can't afford it. And it made me think, hold on a second. I'm repeating exactly what my father said to me, to my own child. This has been a philosophy that has been transferred from one generation to the next. I ask you this question: what financial philosophy are you passing on to your children right now? What financial philosophy would you like to pass on to your children? Because what you don't fix, your kids inherit. So if your kids are inheriting a poverty mindset right now that you are holding, you are doing your children a disservice. And I am showing you a system, a club that is giving you the education you need. So you can change your mindset, change your education, change your results. And also a system where your children can learn this information right now. Right now, building Bitcoin wallets. It is not too late. It is not too late, okay? We are here, 2018. People see the price of Bitcoin and thinking, oh my gosh, it's too much, I can't afford it. I have shown you a system where you can get in now at a small price. Now, it's probably changed. The price may be a bit less than this or a bit higher, depending on the exchange rate. But if you remember, I showed you where you can get started at a fraction of this price, okay? So if I quickly go to the Bitcoin calculator right now, and I go over here, and I show you what is 0.0165 Bitcoin worth, $175 right now. So you don't need to buy a whole coin. You're buying a fraction of the coin, and you're getting a fraction of the coin to work for you. You are getting your money to work for you. You're getting your Bitcoin to work for you through the leverage of people. And all you did was invite people to see some information. That's all you did. That is all you did. Okay? That is all you did. So let me go back to my slides quickly and basically just say to you, look, it's not too late. You can get started now. You can start on a starter level. And remember, I've just shown you it's about $175. It's actually gone up on here. It's $175 at today's date, but it changes. It changes because, as you know, markets fluctuate. But there's also the fast start, where you have a starter house and a level 1 house, and you're earning simultaneously in both houses, depending on your team. And this company and I will basically be showing you how you too can benefit right here, right now. So I want to let you know that procrastination kills wealth. I've shown you, as soon as a person hits your B floor, you get back your original investment. There is no risk here. You are basically buying Bitcoin for free. And for all the skeptics out there, this is not a Ponzi scheme. It does not exist here. This is not a pyramid scheme. Let me tell you the reasons why. You are getting access to a wealth club. We're no different than a Costco. There's ongoing value you're getting access to on a daily basis. And secondly, and most importantly, the re-entry system that you are seeing here, it's allowing you to earn as much Bitcoin as fast as you want over and over again. So no, this is not no pyramid. You are paying for education. Bitcoin has extrinsic value. Now, what I want you to do is really look at yourself in the mirror. I want you to see through the smoking mirrors what you've been taught your whole life. And that's to continue to keep working for everybody else besides yourself. Now, the right person that sees this program, you're going to say, you know what, I've been trying to find the right program to get into the Bitcoin space, and I see one now that can literally take me to where I need to be. And if you watching this right now, if you choose to concentrate 30, 60, 90 days of your time and focus on this and use this system, that 90 days, it can change your life for the rest of your life, literally. There's people that have earned 12 Bitcoin in 30 days. It is possible with this system. Why? Because you're using the power of people, and Bitcoin is the topic of the world today. Most people are looking for a way to enter Bitcoin, and they're just trying to find the right program to get in with. The news, social media, newspapers, they're doing all the advertising for you. Everybody out there has heard of this thing called Bitcoin, and they want to get started. They don't know how, but this is where you come in. Most people have money in savings, but money in the bank, how's it serving you just sitting there? Put your money to work for you in this system, and you will literally see it multiply in Bitcoin rates. It's 2018. Would it be okay if this was your year to prosper? Do you know two people that are talking about Bitcoin and want to change their life? Do you know two people that are always broke? Do you know two people that want to dramatically change their lives right now? Right now. Those are the people you need to get onto this presentation. Once you're a member, magic can happen. So I basically just want to say, get back to the person who brought you onto this presentation. Get back to the person that brought you onto the presentation and get started today. Get started today. For those of you that are looking at this video on the YouTube world, my link is below this video. Click on it, create an account, a free, you get access to some financial education on the website for 7 days. And get started, guys. Get started. The founder wanted you to know that you have access for 7 days for free. Okay? Get started now. What have you got to lose? Click on the link below if you're watching this on YouTube, or if another member of MLS has sent you to this video, get back to them and get started. If there's any questions that you have, they'll be able to answer the questions, or they will get their sponsor, people like myself or another leader, who will be able to answer the questions for you. I'm very down to earth. You can add me on Facebook, Samuel Benter. I'll be able to answer these questions for you, okay? Remove the skepticism, remove the myths. It's time to get started now. Let's change your life for now. My name is Samuel Benter. Thank you very, very much for joining this presentation. Take care, good health, good wealth. Thank you and goodbye.